Raindrops fall like shattered glass on the pavement, reflecting colors from the neon sign above the door. The street lights flicker in a rhythm of bereavement, while my shadow stretches long across the barroom floor. The night is heavy and the wind is growing cold. Another chapter of this lonesome story unfolds. These city lights don't keep me warm at night. They only paint my sorrow in shades of blue and red. I try to find a spark of hope inside, but find a trail of broken promises instead. The clock is ticking past the hour of midnight blues. The bartender is wiping down the counter clean. I've got nothing left to win, nothing left to lose, just the fading echoes of a worn-out old machine. The night is heavy and the wind is growing cold. Another chapter of this lonesome story unfolds. These city lights don't keep me warm at night. They only paint my sorrow in shades of blue and red. I try to find a spark of hope inside, but find a trail of broken promises. Lonesome train is calling from the yard so far away. There's a bit of comfort in the storm that's passing through. It washes all the dust of yesterday away. Inside, but find a trail of broken promises instead. Northbound trains always howl before the sunrise. cutting through the morning mist with a lonely metal scream. I watch the steam rise up against the cold gray skies, waking up the sleeping town from a heavy troubled dream. The iron path is calling out my weary name, and there is no one left around to take the blame. Take me down to where the river runs dry. Leave my worries on the dusty wooden floor. Where the trouble cannot reach me anymore. The conductor waving lanterns in the shadow light, telling me it's time to climb aboard and say goodbye. In the dead of night, and the only thing I've got is this horizon in my eye. The iron path is calling out my weary name, and there is no one left around to take floor. Underneath the wide and unforgiving sky, where the trouble cannot reach me anymore. Clicking, clacking wheels on the rusted iron track, a steady heartbeat for a soul that's lost its way. I am moving forward and I ain't looking back, no matter what the whispers in my head might try to say. Take me down to where the river runs dry. Leave my worries on the dusty wooden floor. Underneath the wide and unforgiving sky, where the trouble cannot reach me Yesterday's bitter dress stare back from the ceramic, a dark reflection of the choices that I made last night. The kitchen table is a battlefield of static as the early morning sun reveals the harsh and glaring light. The silence in this house is loud enough to scream, and I am shaken from the weight of what we used to dream. Pour the water, let the steam rise to the ceiling. Try to wash away the flavor of the words we said, but there's a numbness that is taking all my feeling, and a heavy aching echo spinning in my head. Your empty chair is pulled up close against the window pane, where we used to sit and watch the yellow autumn leaves. Now there is nothing left but puddles of the dirty rain, and a cold wind whistling softly through the wooden eaves. The silence in this house is loud enough to scream, and I am shaken from the weight of what we used to dream. Pour the water, let the steam rise to the ceiling. Try to wash away the flavor of the words we said, but there's a numbness that has taken all my feeling, and a heavy aching echo spinning in my head. I could try to brew another pot of sweet remedy to mask the bitter taste of how we let this fire die out, but there's no sugar that can cure this tragic melody, or erase the lingering shadow of our deepest doubt. Pour the water, let the steam rise to the ceiling. Try to wash away the flavor of the words we said, but there's a numbness that has taken all my feeling, and a heavy aching echo spinning in my head. Beneath the weeping willows, where the river runs slow, the water thickens like a secret, that was never told. I see the lanterns flicker in the mist below, while the dampness of the evening starts to take its hold. The bullfrogs sing their ancient, heavy blues design, and the cypress knees are tangled up in Spanish vine. Wash my soul in the dark and murky bayou stream. Let the current carry all my heavy sins away. Wake me up from this everlasting fever dream before the shadows rise to steal another sunny day. A line of footprints disappears into the rising tide, where the moss is hanging low like curtains in a hall. There are some secrets that the muddy waters try to hide, but the whispering wind is bound to tell them after all. The bullfrogs sing their ancient, heavy blues design, and the cypress knees are tangled up in Spanish vine. Wash my soul in the dark and murky bayou stream. Let the current carry all my heavy sins away. Wake me up from this everlasting fever dream before the shadows rise to steal another sunny day. The moon is rising like a copper plate against the dark, shining on the ripples of this old forgotten place. I find myself searching for a tiny glowing spark to light the dark lines etched upon my weary face. Wash my soul in the dark and murky bayou stream. Let the current carry all my heavy sins away. Wake me up from this everlasting fever dream before the shadows rise to steal another sunny day.
Flash and silver never bought a minute of peace, though the wealthy men keep counting up their golden store. I've got a pocket full of copper and a wild release, walking freely down the gravel by the river shore. They build their towers high to keep the wind away, but they can't buy the beauty of a closing day. Keep your riches in your fancy marble palace hall. I'd rather have the freedom of the open road, where the only thing that's looming is the pine trees tall, and I don't have to carry such a heavy load. An old guitar is all I need to keep my spirit high, singing songs of hope and trouble to the birds above, underneath the shifting colors of the twilight sky, feeling rich with nothing but a little simple love. They build their towers high to keep the wind away, but they can't buy the beauty of a closing day. Keep your riches in your fancy marble palace hall. I'd rather have the freedom of the open road, where the only thing that's looming is the pine trees tall, and I don't have to carry such a heavy load. The finest silk can never mend a broken heart at night, and diamond rings can't make a lonely bedroom feel less cold. So I will keep on walking in the fading yellow light, with a simple kind of treasure that can't be sold. Keep your riches and your fancy marble palace hall. I'd rather have the freedom of the open road, where the only thing that's looming is the pine trees tall. I don't have to carry such a heavy load. Seconds stretch like melted wax in this empty room, as the pendulum swings heavy on the yellow wall. Each tick is like a hammer striking down my doom, while the shadows of the afternoon begin to fall. and let the ticking finally cease. I can't stand the rhythm of this steady counting down. I am searching desperately for a moment of peace in the quiet corners of this sleeping phantom town. The brass gears are grinding out a weary song of rust, keeping track of every minute that you've been away. And my dreams are turning slowly into piles of dust as the evening colors fade into a sullen gray. The hands are moving slower than a dying spark, leaving me to face the terror and let the ticking finally cease. I can't stand the rhythm of the steady counting down. I am searching desperately for a moment of peace in the quiet corners of this sleeping phantom town. The springs back to a happier day and stop the wheels from spinning on their iron track. I will wash the bitter tears of regret away, but time is a river that never flows back. Break the gears and let the ticking finally cease. I can't stand the rhythm of this steady counting down. I am searching desperately for a moment of peace in the quiet corners of this sleeping phantom town.
Scented smoke rises from the alleyway behind a porch, mixing with the exhaust of the passing heavy trucks. She holds a paper cup like it's a golden torch and laughs at the misfortune of our broken luck. A strange perfume is drifting through the humid air, a sweet and dirty mixture of hope and deep despair. We are burning like an engine on a lonely road, sweet and toxic with a heat that we can never tame, dragging down a heavy and explosive load, and laughing as we dance inside the rising flame.
watch the highway line. She's got a way of bringing giants to their knees with a bitter kind of magic that is so divine. A strange perfume is drifting through the humid air, a sweet and dirty mixture of hope and deep despair. We are burning like an engine on a lonely road, sweet and toxic with a heat that we can never tame, dragging down a heavy and explosive load, and laughing as we dance inside the rising flame. I know the danger of the sparks we throw around, but I can't seem to pull my weary heart away. We've built our castle on this consecrated ground, where the beautiful and broken things are bound to stay. We are burning like an engine on a lonely road, sweet and toxic with a heat that we can never tame, dragging down a heavy and explosive load, and laughing as we dance inside the rising flame. Plaster cracks tell the stories we tried to bury deep underneath the layers of the fading flow print. These quiet hallways never let the memories sleep, and the floorboards tremble with a ghostly hint. Every draft that blows is breathing out your name, and the fireplace is cold without a flickering flame. The house is talking in the middle of the night, recalling every single word we used to say. Before we lost our way and surrendered the fight, and let our happy home crumble to decay. I walk the dusty parlor where your piano stood, listening to the silence where the music used to play. There's a heavy sadness in the polished cherry wood that even the brightest sunshine cannot wash away. every draft that blows is breathing out your name. And the fireplace is cold without a flickering flame. The house is talking in the middle of the night, recalling every single word we used to say. Before we lost our way and surrendered the fight, and let our happy home crumble to decay. I could pack my suitcases and lock up the front door and try to find a shelter from this haunted space. But I know the echoes would follow across the floor, for I cannot run away from your remembered face. The house is talking in the middle of the night, recalling every single word we used to say. Before we lost our way and surrendered the fight, and let our happy home crumble to decay.
Crackle and pop always herald the arrival of ghosts, spinning on the turntable under the amber lamp. We used to raise our glasses to the finest of toasts before our little world became so cold and damp. The black wax is spinning at 33 speed, playing back the history of a desperate need. Let the needle ride the groove of the ancient song, even if the melody is full of sharp regret. I've been holding on to yesterday for far too long, to the only beautiful thing I haven't broken yet. The brass horns are sighing through the heavy cardboard sleeve, stained with coffee rings and the passage of the years. It's a fragile testament that helps my heart believe in a time before we drowned our hope in bitter tears. The black wax is spinning at 33 speed, playing back the history of a desperate need. Let the needle ride the groove
the ancient song. Even if the melody is full of sharp regret, I've been holding on to yesterday for far too long, to the only beautiful thing I haven't broken yet. Scratches ticking like a heartbeat out of sync, reminding me of harmony we couldn't quite sustain. We stood together on the very edge of the brink and watched our golden record slip into the song. Even if the melody is full of sharp regret, I've been holding on to yesterday for far too long, to the only beautiful thing I haven't broken yet. Who needs green bills when the sun shines so warm on the rusted fire escape outside my kitchen door? I've learned to find a shelter in the middle of the storm and dance across the splinters on this wooden floor. My shoes are worn, but my feet still know the way to make a little music out of a rainy day. I'm whistling a tune with a lightweight soul, letting all the heavy-hearted troubles roll on by. I may not have a dollar or a silver bowl, but I've got the golden sunshine in a summer sky. The landlord is knocking with a frown upon his face, but he can't evict the music from my happy mind. I've got a secret treasure in this dusty little place that the greedy men are never going to find. My shoes are worn, but my feet still know the way to make a little music out of a rainy day. I'm whistling a tune with a lightweight soul, letting all the heavy-hearted troubles roll on by. I may not let the rich men scramble for another piece of land. I've got the only wealth that I will never regret, just this old blues guitar sitting in my head.